Hello, I am Dr. Mohammed Naufal Mahin. Today I am going to tell you about WHO coronavirus guideline. Let me start novel coronavirus 2019. Stay safe, learn and get complete awareness on COVID-19 as per the WHO guidelines. WHO training on COVID-19 response consisting of 3 modules 1, 2 and 3. This describes briefly about scaling up country readiness and support for COVID-19 response. Learning course for UNCTs. Our main aim is to reduce death and illness due to the COVID-19 outbreak. It is the biggest challenge for many countries, so please follow this information to understand WHO and UN Public Health Agent activities on global response to COVID-19. What happened on February 3rd and February 12th? A short story of quick and positive action taken by WHO and UN from 2019 December to the last 2 months. Starting from December 31st, 2019, 5th Jan, 7th Jan, 11th Jan, 22nd Jan and end of the Jan, what happened? Please listen to video. On Feb 3rd, 4th, 6th, 11th and finally on 12th, what happened? Please listen to video. The main aim of this WHO course is to support human country teams scaling up to response to COVID-19. There are 3 core strategic response areas. There are 8 major areas or pillars have been outlined. This is the best online learning course as an initiation to the response at country level. Let me see the brief operational planning guidelines and COVID-19 partners platform to support under WHO guideline. Welcome to this training on scaling up country readiness and support for the COVID-19 response. This is module 1 where we look at mission and purpose of this program. By the end of this learning package, you will be able to do several things. Number 1, describe the overall purpose of this learning course. Number 2, list the learning objectives and the target audiences. Number 3, be able to motivate yourself and others about the importance of implementing the strategic preparedness and response plan for the COVID-19 outbreak at your country level and to complete this course. Finally, you will be able to describe the basic features of the COVID-19 outbreak. The main aim of this course is to help UN country teams coordinate and scale up preparedness and response to COVID-19. What we really want to do is to reduce avoidable deaths and illness due to the outbreak, and we want to ensure that there is a tailored access to health measures against the outbreak. The COVID-19 outbreak poses a challenge for all countries. The World Health Organization, as the United Nations specialized agent in public health, has led the global response to COVID-19. So far, on February 3rd, WHO launched a strategic preparedness and response plan. This outlines the support measures that are needed to enhance the COVID-19 response and preparedness of the UN member countries. February 12th, the operational planning guidelines to support country preparedness and response were released. This intends to provide a practical guide for the UNCTs and partners to immediately, quickly support national governments to prepare for and respond to COVID-19. This learning module is a companion to the operational planning guidelines. It is intended for use by UN country teams and other relevant stakeholders. This includes partners, donors, and civil society for specific constituencies. It details actions that support national readiness and preparedness for COVID-19 within each of the 8 pillars of the SPRP. It intends to enhance international coordination and help countries increase their capacity to respond to COVID-19. The timeline for the COVID-19 outbreak has been in the press, and I am sure you have read it in the media already. But just to recap, on December 31st, 2019, China alerted WHO of several flu-like cases in Wuhan. On January 5th, WHO advised against travel restrictions. On the 7th of January, the virus was identified as a coronavirus. At that time, we called it 2019 novel coronavirus. On 11th January, the first coronavirus death was reported. On January 22nd, the first emergency committee was convened under the international regulations by the Director General of WHO to decide what was required to be done from the global community. By the end of January, on January 31st, WHO declared a public health emergency of international concern under the international health regulations. By February 3rd, WHO Strategic Preparedness and Response Plan was finalized and released. The following day, on February 4th, WHO requested the activation of the UN Crisis Management Policy to establish a crisis management team. A few days later, on February 6, UNDCO and WHO briefed all resident coordinators and UN country teams on the Strategic Preparedness and Response Plan. By February 11, WHO gives a new name to the coronavirus. It is now called COVID-19. On February 12th, the SPRP operational planning guidelines were released. The aim of all of this is really to support human country teams in providing guidance to national governments and partners in scaling up the response to COVID-19. WHO's Strategic Preparedness and Response Plan aims to do this. The three core strategic response areas are: number 1, to rapidly establish international coordination and operational support. Number 2, to scale up country readiness and response operations. Number 3, to accelerate priority research and innovation. 8 major areas, or what we call pillars of the public health response and preparedness system, have been outlined. There is also a monitoring framework and a tool to assess and to plan for resource requirements. In order to enable UN country teams and partners to support national governments to do this, we have a concrete step-by-step guide to scale up response quickly. Priority steps and actions to be included in the CPRP across the major areas of public health preparedness and response. Furthermore, the document outlines a mechanism for assessing the resources required at the country level for different interventions to address COVID-19. This guide does not supersede existing national guidance and plans. It should be used to rapidly adapt existing relief and national plans, including NAPH, the PAPPS, and focus the support for international community. These learning modules are intended for use by several audiences, all members of the UNCT on an individual basis, resident coordinators, humanitarian coordinators, and other pillar and agency leads. These leaders are asked to encourage all UNCT members to complete this online learning as an initiation to the response at country level. We also want the UNCT focal point with responsibility for monitoring and implementing this guidance, donors and other relevant stakeholders, and in some cases civil society and the public to take online course. WHO hopes this will increase transparency and create the necessary support required for the effective work at the country level. This learning course is entirely online and can be accessed via the Open WHO app. If you want to use it offline, you can also use it in low bandwidth settings. It can be done in one sitting of between 90 and 120 minutes depending on how fast you are, or in short bursts of time if required. It has 3 modules. The module that we are in now is the first module, and it focuses on the mission and purpose of the program, and it includes an introduction to COVID-19. It will give you the basic knowledge on the outbreak. It should take no more than 15 minutes. The second module is about country level preparedness planning. It should take about 30 minutes, and for some of you who are taking this, there is a third module on the navigation and the user training of the digital tools that are accompanying this. That should take about 45 minutes. At the end of the modules, you will be able to print out a confirmation of participation, and there will be an additional record of achievement. So here is the learning package in its entirety. The first module is for all stakeholders, UN country teams, the resident coordinator or humanitarian coordinator, all country administrators, implementation partners, donors, and the public. And as was just said, it focuses on the mission and purpose of the program and gives you an introduction to the outbreak. The second module is for RCHR and UN country team pillar leads and members, and it focuses on country level preparedness plan. Module 3 is for all platform users, global admin, country partners and viewers. And it focuses on navigation and user tray of digital tools. As you will see, there is a logic to this. Module 1 is really about advocacy and creating engagement of a broader audience. Module 2 gives you more precise, more useful information on the country level preparedness plan. And by Module 3, it is really about in-depth review of the 8 pillars, and it provides a user training for resource mobilization and monitoring. So the overall learning objectives of this program are to describe the principles and core requirements of the COVID-19 Strategic Preparedness and Response Plan, to explain the objectives of the operational planning guidelines, to support country preparedness and response, and outline next steps for country leads, and finally to list the 8 major pillars for preparedness and overview of activities for scaling up country readiness and response. We have 3 more objectives. Be able to assess the full set of activities, performance indicators and resources, detailed levels of preparedness activities for each of the 8 major pillars, and how progress across the levels can be achieved, and be able to proactively monitor and increase preparedness levels using the provided online tool. These objectives are for those taking Module 3. This training course, all 3 modules, are intended to help you digest the core documents that are mentioned in the training from the strategic planning level to the monitoring tool. We hope that you take some time to do this and that you encourage all your team members to take the appropriate modules. If you have any feedback, please send it to us on openwho.organization. Thank you.